A woman who is a millionaire will not even look at brother mechanic who's at the junction.
That's not true.
We know, facts, marriage is overwhelmingly unsuccessful. It is way more dangerous than skydiving. Yes, you die from the skydiving, but the chances of a catastrophic skydiving incident is like 0.0003, and one where you die is 0.00001. It's like very limited, the chances of dying from skydiving. Whereas the chances of divorce, again, 56% divorce rate. How many stay together who are unhappy and they just stay together because they don't give up half their stuff or for religious reasons or whatever? This is a technology with an unbelievably bad failure rate.
Hello once again, welcome to TJ's World Entertainment.
Hi.
My name is Jerry Krenzel and my friends call me Mr. Magic.
Hello, my viewers. My name is Titi Jacobs. My friends also call me Lady TJ. You're welcome to TJ's World Entertainment.
As usual, we occasionally pull a potato out of the oven and juggle it. It's pretty hot when you pull it out of the microwave so we juggle it. And today we're juggling something similar. We're looking at what do you get as a woman when you divorce your man?
What do you get from your husband if you get a divorce? Number one, alimony. You get alimony if you've been married long enough and you have the need for alimony. An alimony need is housing, utilities, food, clothing, transportation. That's what needs are. Number two, child support. If you have kids, you'll probably get child support. Child support is generally a very small amount of money used to support the children and also for housing and transportation for the children. Number three is property division. You basically will be getting 50% of the marital assets accumulated during the marriage.
Should it be 50-50? Or do you think there should be a certain equation applied to it? What's your idea? Even before we start, I want you to start commenting so that you can roll along
With us, yes.
with us.
Yes.
So what's your take?
Well, I seriously do not subscribe to that word 50-50. There is nothing like 50-50 in my own dictionary.
Okay.
You understand? And I think people saying 50-50 all the time, especially when it's divorce.
Yes.
And they say that, oh, you have to split everything that you've got 50-50. It deters men from actually wanting to get married, especially the successful ones, because they're so scared of, if I marry this woman and there's a divorce or anything happens, it means that all my assets will be split 50-50.
Isn't that what the prenuptial agreement is for?
Not everyone goes into prenuptial agreement, as you know. You understand? Because when you offer a woman, and when you want to get married to someone and you say, well, we have to sign this, the first thing the woman would say is it because you don't trust me? Why do we need to do that? Do you understand? So from the beginning, there will be lack of trust. So most men don't like to broach that subject of prenup.
But it is said that modern marriage is actually transactional. It's a business. So if you're going to be doing business with me, shouldn't we have an MOU which tells me exactly where I stand and where you stand? Isn't that what prenup is?
Of course, I know that's what.
So when I now tell you that for you to marry me, I want a prenup, you feel aggrieved because you think I don't trust you.
Okay, let's change it the other way around, because it's not just men. Some women are quite comfortable. They have assets and everything, and they want to marry you.
Okay.
If I want to marry you and I've got all the assets and everything, and I say to you, no, before we do any marriage, I want a prenup, how would you feel?
Well, this is relative in the sense that every relationship has its dynamics. If you and I are at that point where I'm comfortable, I could tell you, oh yeah, go ahead. Because if I know in my heart of heart that I'm not coming to take you for all you have, I'll be comfortable signing the prenup.
Yeah, of course. Some people do, and some people don't. But I know that a lot of women will not want to do that, because at the end of the day, you are a man. You are supposed to provide for the woman. So this idea of 50-50, bringing something on the table, as far as I'm concerned, is ridiculous. You don't need to bring anything on the table. If you go back to Bible, which you don't always like me quoting, you're the head of the family. You're supposed to provide. You understand? So the idea of 50-50 should not even come into it. But I haven't said that because we have evolved, isn't it? And most women now, like before where they were not working and all of those things, they always relied on their men. Right now, most women are also hardworking and they make their own money. You understand? But let's look at it from this perspective.
Okay. You will agree with me that the pendulum has swung too far in the opposite direction, because the narrative is that a man should provide, a man should do this, a man should. I do agree that in a marital situation there shouldn't be a 50-50 thing. Probably I don't mind the 60-40 ratio.
There shouldn't even be any. What is 60-40? What is 50-50?
Yeah, but the thing
You're
is,
the man, provide for the woman.
okay, so if that's the case, if I am the man and I've provided for you,
Yeah.
how come when we are going through divorce, you want 50% of what I got?
The bottom line is you're providing for her. So if you divorce her and she needs to go, do you want her to go empty?
I'm not your father. I'm your husband.
No.
So
but
when you
you're
leave me, there's every possibility that you're going to marry somebody else. So why should I be taking care of you? Why should I take 50% of what I have worked hard for and give to you? For what?
No, let me explain to you. That's if you marry a man who's already established, a man who has made everything, and then you are just coming in, you're just going into that house with your bags. You understand? But most marriages, you understand, if they start from, maybe they started doing everything together, they built the mansion together, they built everything together, they built the business together, how would you not say that it should be 50-50?
Okay, you said they build it together.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm talking about assets, I'm talking about
yeah,
business,
yeah,
I'm
but
talking
the
about
question,
everything.
you and I know that 8 times out of 10, in most cases, it is the man who has the asset before he meets the woman.
Not necessarily.
I said most times.
Yeah.
I'm
but
not saying
no.
wholehearted.
When you say
It is. Most times it's like
more often.
more
You
often
cannot
it's the
say
same thing.
most. No.
Yeah, it's
there's a difference.
8 out of 10.
No.
How many women, right, that you know have actually come into a marital situation with absolutely nothing, and the man has absolutely nothing, and they build it from scratch to the top? How many?
Many.
Please give me instances of various, or just give me 2 instances
Of people you know or people
no,
you don't
people
know.
you think you know
But if
who
we're
have
talking
made
about,
it. We're talking
we're talking
top
about
shots.
celebrities now. Let's leave it. When we're talking about top people who are popular, people who we know, you understand? And for instance, now do you think when Will Smith, I'm just using they're getting a divorce according to information. When they divorce, do you think the assets and everything should be split 50-50?
I don't think they should be split 50-50.
Why?
Because Will Smith was practically established before Jada came into his life.
But Jada was established. Jada was not a
So you see, this
nobody.
is
You understand what I'm saying?
which
And
takes me.
she was working. She was also doing her own.
So what did she bring to the table?
She worked. She
What
was
did she
working.
bring to
made
the
money
table?
and everything.
What
Might
money?
not
How
be
much?
as
How much did she bring
Might
to the
not
table?
be as much as
Exactly.
Will.
So like I
But
say,
at the end
this
of the day-
50-50 thing in reality doesn't work. So why should it then be applied when there is a divorce? The irony of the whole thing is that what prompted this particular topic is because in America and in China,
There's a new rule.
there's a new law
Yes.
that governs the split of property at the point of divorce.
Yeah.
In America, Donald Trump has made it impossible for you to split it 50-50.
Yes.
Right? And in China, the rule says that whatever I own before you come into my life
It's still yours.
is still mine.
Even after divorce.
Even after divorce, even if I've added your name to it.
Yes.
See, which I still believe is the right way to go.
So China has officially passed a law that will essentially state the following. As a man who is in the midst of divorce, you will no longer be forced to give up half of your belongings, net worth, etc.
I think the way they should do it is this, right? For everything that you bring and everything that I bring to the table before we marry, it should be untouchable. It should be completely out.
Okay, so the things, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's give another scenario.
Okay.
So I've come into your house, you were established, I came in by myself, I now have 4 children for you.
Yes.
And we're divorcing. So do we split the children into 2?
No, we don't necessarily have to split the children into 2.
So what do we do?
I don't mind.
If I live with nothing.
No, you're not going to live with
your children.
Hey, don't look at it from that point of view. You are not going to live with nothing. But you're not going to live with 50% of what I have acquired before you came into my life.
Yeah, but
how do we do it? Suppose we do it this way. It's the same. It should be the same. Okay, look at it from this point of view. It should be a case of, I have 1 million before you came into my life. You have 250,000 before you came into my life.
Yeah.
Together, we have made 10 million.
Yeah.
I still think if we're going through divorce, I will hold on to my million. You
If
will hold on to your
it's done-
250.
If it's done that
Now
way,
the
then
10
we
million,
split the rest.
the 10 million that we have acquired together,
then we can do it 50-50.
I don't mind that.
That's fair.
And that's exactly
fair.
what is the situation that's happening right now in China.
The situation that is happening in China, as such, is that
I
most
think
of
the
the
law
time
came
the wives,
into effect on the
their
1st of
wives
February.
Most of the wives don't work. They're homemakers. So if I don't work and I come to your home, you understand, and I spend 20 years with you and I have 4 kids for you, and then for whatever reason we divorce and then I'm leaving, so I live with nothing. That's what you're
You
saying.
see, hypothetically, right, I think these new rules, we have lost what we consider as family value.
Absolutely.
We have lost the sacrosanct thing that is attached to the institution of marriage.
Yes.
Now, majority of women, please, I stand to be corrected. Majority of women who go into marriages with people who are successful go there with the sole intention of, I'm going to take a piece of the action.
Yeah, sometimes.
Most times. Though.
And you know, most of them, if you look at those marriages, the reasons for divorce is always from the man. Most of the time.
The thing is this,
it's always from the man.
Men have always been mugu for women.
Yeah.
Right? It is only a man who is a millionaire that will see Omo Mama Sikira who sells groundnut at the junction and pick her up, marry her, and turn her into something.
What's wrong
It's
with
only a man that will do that.
Yeah,
right? A woman who is a millionaire will not even look at brother mechanic who's at the junction.
That's not true.
It is true.
That's not
Look,
true.
listen, you and I know what we are saying. In most times, when a woman becomes successful, her mantra is, I don't need a man.
Yeah, but still.
But a man who is successful will always look for a woman to support him.
No,
now,
I
think where we are
look for a
splitting here,
woman he can support.
He can support and build.
And so you cannot bring a woman into your house to support the woman, especially most rich men. They don't like their wives working. I'm just looking at it from that perspective. They don't like their wives because they believe they can look after their wife. I can take care of you and everything. I think the basis of Trump's rule, the rule, as well as China, is just because they are trying to deter people from getting divorced.
People are divorcing too much.
Too much.
I saw these stats and I have the exact same reaction as the rest of the internet. So, divorce rate, India, 1%. Either nobody's allowed to get divorced or people are just loyal. So that's amazing. Then, the standard stuff, America, Canada, the rest of the world hitting around 50%. And then Ukraine, 70%. Russia, 73%. Luxembourg, 79%. Spain, 85%. But then Portugal blows my mind. Portugal, 94%.
Taking
So what they're doing is
they don't even try anymore.
Yeah, they're just trying to ensure that they don't get divorced. So the rate of divorce will be reduced.
I think it's about time too.
Yeah, and that is what is happening. So the idea of 50-50 is just something to deter you from, oh, okay, if we get divorced, we're not going to share the money and everything. Some women, they're like, okay, but then the abuse continues. So because if you're married to a rich man who is abusive, for example, you understand, at least then you had a leeway to say, okay, you know what, I need to go, let me get out of your life, give me half of what you've got, and then I can go and establish by myself. But a situation whereby she's not going to go with anything, it's easy for the man to say, F off, I don't need you in my life again.
I agree.
I don't need you in my house again.
Listen,
so you can go.
like you rightly said, it is absolutely wrong and the height of injustice for a man to take a woman, live with a woman, ask her not to work, take 4 children from her, and then when he feels like he thinks he can just discard her, that is a no-no. I agree with that.
Yeah, but how is it going to look? Listen.
Yeah, but whereas you are now coming to take half of what I have earned, it doesn't make sense.
No, look, I'm not saying it makes sense, but men too will be scared. They would love their wife. They will stay at home if they know that, oh, this thing it's going to cost me a lot. You understand?
The irony of the whole thing is that man was not created, right, to marry only one woman.
I believe as a medical practitioner that men are biologically wired to be polygamists. If I'm having erectile dysfunction, if you give me an alternate woman, a woman who is new to me and our pheromones click, my ED will disappear temporarily.
Really?
It might sound controversial, but the human beings, the man's makeup does not stop at just one woman. Just like the woman's makeup is hypergamous. The woman is always looking for a much better green pasture, right?
But not all women.
Why do you say not all women?
In fact, not all men. What you are saying
what's that saying? I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini.
Subjective.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini
than on a Tesla.
No, in a Volkswagen.
Yes.
So
that's that woman. But
see,
then stop. Men should stop asking women, what are you bringing on?
You see, the mistake women make, and I think it's about time we start changing the narrative, is simple as ABC. Babe, I'm going to marry you, but I'm going to marry another wife.
What kind of nonsense
Take it
talk
or
is
leave
that?
Yes, take it or leave it.
No.
Okay, in the case of Shaquille, let's look at the case of Shaquille.
Look.
Shaquille was a superstar.
Yeah. He's still.
Wait. I mean, he's retired now.
Yeah.
He was a superstar. He was a mega star.
Yeah.
The wife came into his life, and what led to their divorce is infidelity.
Yeah.
I am not, right, supporting infidelity per se.
But you just said it.
Yeah, but I think a man should give the other woman an opportunity. In France, for instance, a man marries, it's their tradition. They've had it for a long time. The man marries, but he has a mistress. So if you look at the divorce rate in France, it's not as high as in other places. The African man originally was not how would I put it, engineered. He was not created. He was not positioned as per our tradition and culture to marry only one wife. Well, so it was when we imported an imported religion that now says one man, one wife.
Do you know the reason? Do you know the reasons why our forefathers married many wives?
Well, they have somebody to help them on the farm.
Absolutely.
But what was the divorce rate? What was the divorce rate then?
No, how can there be any divorce rate?
Yeah.
Number one, the man caters for everything.
Everything, and the women work. They work for it.
They work in
the farm. Okay, let's put it in the vineyard.
Yes.
So when you're working in the vineyard, it goes without saying that the largesse that falls from the vineyard will drop on your table.
Absolutely, because they get looked after, catered for, and everything.
Fine.
But the men of nowadays, you men of nowadays, you want the woman to also put 50% on the table.
No,
everything.
no,
That's
you're
most
getting it
men-
wrong.
Most
No,
men
you're getting it wrong.
would expect
You see,
you. What are you bringing on the table?
When I say what are you
it.
bringing to the table,
kind of
I
nonsense
don't
is
expect
that?
you to say you're bringing 50% to the table.
Regardless, why are you asking me what
Why
I'm
shouldn't you
bringing
bring
to the
something
table?
to the table?
Why should I bring anything? You are marrying me, so be responsible for me.
Hallelujah.
Be responsible
So
for me. Why do you
if I
need
didn't
anything
have
from
if I
me?
didn't have the things you want in your man, will you follow me?
Not necessarily.
Will you follow me?
No. The bottom
How
line,
many
that's what I'm saying.
how many
You
brother
can build together.
yeah.
You can
How
build.
many brother Maruf, who is a vulcanizer down the road, have you seen marry a model? Marry a graduate?
Yeah, you marry your class.
Why should it be like that? Are we not all human beings?
No.
But the man who has a PhD, right? He has money, will now see a woman who is an illiterate, and the man will marry her.
And brush out.
What? And brush up.
Yes.
Why should it be the same? Why should it be that way?
But most women would prefer a man that can look after them.
So you agree that you guys
No,
are
I'm not disputing
polygamy?
that. No, that's not the point. The point is that is the job of a man. The job of a man is to look after his woman. You understand?
So then,
I want to marry somebody.
Okay, you are my
that
woman. You are my
that-
woman.
Yeah.
I'm looking after you,
Yeah.
right? But when you file for divorce, you're no longer my woman. So why should I look after you?
No, because we have built things together, so we have to share it. I don't say any reasoning. I don't say anything.
So you then agree with
I
me
don't
that
agree with the 50-50.
Okay,
You
fine.
understand?
Thank you very much.
But I cannot go the way I came. Because I came in, I've given you children,
Yeah, of course.
I've given my life to you, and all of those things. So I'm not going to.
And what have I done?
No.
I've given you children as well.
There must be a reason for the divorce.
I've given you
There
children.
must be a
I've
reason
given
for the
you
divorce.
part of my life.
Anyway, viewers, because we always have these heated discussions.
Please, your
don't
comments.
forget to like, share, and make your comments. Hit the notification bell. You know, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your comments. What do you think? Is
Because
there
you're
anything called 50-50 in the first place?
whoever is watching, you're either a man or a woman.
Yes.
You're either married in a relationship or you're going to get married.
Yes.
So this thing, you think this sword that is swinging, you think it might not come near you. It might just come near you. You never can tell what's going to come near you. So make your comments known.
Yes.
Now, do you agree with what Donald Trump has done in America, making it 50-50? Or saying, no, you can't do it 50-50? Or do you agree with China that says, whatever I have in my name, even if I add your name to it, when we divorce, your name goes off. What I have in my name before you came into my life remains.
What you're taking with you.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Does that work?
But it will work because then marriages will be saved.
People will be
much more complacent. They won't want to, even men will want to get married because now they know that.
That's
whatever
I have,
Yes, we share. We won't share 50-50 or anything. The ladies too, when they get married,
you know very well that you're not going for that 50-50. It's not going to
they're
happen.
not going in because of what you've got.
Yeah, it's
they're
not going to
going
happen.
in because they love you
Yes.
and everything. So, in so doing, we don't want to waste too much time today.
How does that say? It says the feeling you feel when you begin to feel the feeling you have never felt before is love, isn't it?
It's love.
So when you marry, please make sure you are
marrying for love and not for what the person has got. It's good to marry someone who's comfortable and then you'll be comfortable. But don't go there believing that when I leave, I'm going to take half of your things. So please, get married, but marry for love. Marry for security, but don't think you're going to get anything back.
Please, perseverance.
Yes,
right? The only way I will advise you to walk away, and in most times when you walk away, is because there's violence or abuse. When you walk away, you don't expect anything. You just don't want to know.
Yes.
But anything short of that, please persevere.
Yes.
Because you guys met in love. You built in love. So why are you now splitting in hatred?
Anyway,
until
next time, my name still remains Titi Jacobs, Lady TJ, and that's Mr.
Magic Jerry Crenson. We love you.
Have a good evening.
Bye bye now.